Hello, Forex traders. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Learn Forex with Davidson. I welcome you all back to our new week chart analysis video. And in this video, we're going to be analyzing pairs like GBPUSD, XAUUSD, AUDUSD, EURUSD, SP500, US oil, and NASDAQ. So if this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification so you never miss out whenever I drop valuable content just as this one. So without wasting much time, let's get into the chart. All right, guys. So what you are seeing on the chart right now is GBPUSD chart on a 1 hour time frame. Remember, on our last video last week, we talked about GBPUSD coming down from this channel to retesting this support level, and this actually played out. So GBPUSD came from down here and to this channel, and came from this channel, break out of the channel, and retested the support level. So we spotted out this level on our video last week. We forecast that GBPUSD is going to come to the support level, and guess what? It did came into the support level. So this is the channel that you do not want to keep missing out videos from. You want to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notifications so you never miss out, because we are really printing out cool dollars here. So guys, GBPUSD came down straight into the support level, and this was I think I catch about 500 pips on this trade, which was crazy. On a one pair, you catch 500 trade in a week, 500 pips rather in a week. This was a crazy thing. I shared this with the Telegram community, and there were a lot of comments that came in. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to join the Telegram community, check the link in the description of this video. For you will see the link there. All right. So GBPUSD came down to the channel level, broke out of the channel, and retested at the support level. So now we are having some consolidation happening here right now. So market is trying to decide where to go next. If it's going to go downward or it's going to continue on the uptrend. So my bullish scenario on GBP right now is market doing something like this. So let me just zoom in a little bit. Is market doing something like this? Okay, we already have a bearish and curving candle right here. So my what I'll be looking out for a bearish scenario. Okay, because price is still on in an uptrend, what I'll be looking for first is a buy position. So my bullish scenario is going to be price doing something like this, or let me say if I catch this top right here. So my bullish scenario is going to be price acting this way, finally come back, break through this trend line, and come back to retest this level. So this is going to be my bullish scenario on GBPUSD, price coming back to retest the all-time high. So this is my bullish scenario on GBPUSD, and my bearish scenario, I'm not very much into going bearish, but you have to be prepared for whatever the market is going to do. So as you prepare for a bullish entry, you must also find position if the market goes on a bearish, if the market goes bearish instead. So you have to spot out positions where you can get into a trade, right? So bearish scenario on GBPUSD is market reacting, just coming down here a bit, retest this level and break all the way down here, break all the way down here. Then before we can find footings that okay, we are gonna do something like this and go back upward. But I'm not very much looking for something like this. All I'm looking out for is a bullish scenario. It's a bullish scenario because GBPUSD right now is still on a very much bullish trend, and nothing is going to bring down this structure anytime soon. So we are very much on a bullish trend, and we are looking for buy entries. So this is my bullish scenario on GBPUSD, and onto the next pair we are going to be looking at is the XAUUSD. So if you look at XAUSD, we discussed something about XAUSD. So let me just change to the 4-hour time frame. So on a 4-hour time frame, same thing happened here. Remember, price was on a channel, so break the channel to the upside, and now price is at this level. So on my 1-hour time frame, if you go to the 1-hour time frame, you zoom in a little bit, you're going to see that this is a level here. This level, this level, this level, we have price rejecting at this level, and looks like market is kind of consolidating a bit around this area. So if you draw the trend line right from the top, so click the trend line, draw it from the top here, you will see something like this is happening here, but don't really know what's happening. So I'm very much still bullish on XAUSD, and overall target is this guy here, this yellow bar here. So if I'm looking for buy entries, I'm just gonna hold my peace and wait for the market to come back up to this level, breaking through this, retesting this, and all the way up here we go. Okay, guys. So, and my bearish scenario is price reacting somewhat, like still coming down to this level right here before we can get into something. But I'm not really sure about this. But because this black bar here you are seeing here, this gray bar you are seeing here is a major support level. So I might expect price to get into that level, tap into that level before reversing back to the upside, right? So this is what I'll be looking for a bearish scenario, and we hope this plays out, and we're good. So this is my bearish scenario and bullish scenario on XAUSD. And on to the next pair you're going to be looking at is the AUDUSD. AUDUSD 2 weeks ago made us some cool cash. You get what I'm saying? Made up some cool money. So I'm still very much okay. Let me look at this on a 4-hour time frame to see. Okay. So we have price consolidating. There's no decision yet. Price has not decided where it wants to go yet on AUD USD. We are still looking at what price is trying to do in the market. And if you go back to the 1-hour time frame, you can find footing to get into a trade for the week. And looking at this right now, price came all the way down here, retesting this area. So what I'm just going to look for is, since price is consolidating, I will wait for something like this. So a bullish scenario, I just want this to back into this level and take me back up here, right? So since we are consolidating around this area, I just wanted to bring me back into the support level, and before I go back up. And bearish scenario is if price is going to break down to this level, I'm just going to have something like this to this gray bar, because this is a major support level. But I'm not sure price is going to come to this level because there's already a reversal, a retest of this level, and just expecting price to tap back into this area before we go long, right? So nothing really much. So that's that for AUD USD. Nothing really much. Everything looking simple. We want to keep the chart as clean as possible. Of course, there are other things we can draw on the chart, but we want to keep this as clean as possible, right? So if you look at USD JPY, USD JPY, USD JPY came. Okay, we talked about this last week. USD JPY coming from this level to retest this level before we look forward to going upward, right? So USD JPY is one of the pairs that completed our setup, that came into our level, our forecast level. So this was what happened. Price was at this level, and we said he's going to come back to this level before going back to the upside, and that really happened. That happened. And right now, price at this level, we are looking at price coming back all the way to this level and even breaking out to this level. So if this happen, target is going to just be this level, and we continue to the upside because we have another guy, another profit target guy waiting for us up here. So this is my bullish scenario on USD JPY price just reversing at this level. And if this gonna happen, my entry is just gonna be uh this level, and my stop loss just below this level here, right here. So looking forward to this to happen. If it happen, we get into the market, and if it doesn't happen, we look for bearish scenario. So bearish scenario will be price coming, forming something like this. Maybe price breaks down to this downward, retest this level, and come back to this support level, because the gray bar you are seeing here is a major support level. So we are looking out for any of this to happen. We get into the trade. Remember, we are not forcing the market to act the way we want. We are only following the trend. We are trading according to the market. We are following the market. We are not trying to force it to do anything for us. We are only following the market. So that is the way you stay profitable. You don't force the market, you only follow the market. Okay, so that is that for USD JPY. And the next pair we are going to be looking at today is the EURUSD. And the EURUSD so far, EURUSD has been undecided for a long time. So if you go on to the 4-hour time frame, you see that EURUSD has been at this level for the past, I think, since May 19. EURUSD has been on this level till today, second of second 1st of June. So there have been a lot of indecision happening right here. So on a 1 hour time frame, so on a 4 hour time frame, before I go down to 1 hour time frame, you see that this is a level we are expecting price to come into. This green guy, this green line right here, we are expecting price to come into this level, and so far it's like it's going to happen. So looking for bullish scenario, go down to the 1 hour time frame. Remember, our execution time frame is the 1 hour time frame. So on a 1 hour time frame, I'm looking for price to, give me something like this, retest this level, and get back into this level. So this is what I'm looking out for. And if this happens, if this setup happens, I'm gonna get into trade on EURUSD at the break of this level, and stop loss just below this level, and easy peasy we're going to go into this trade and ride all the way upward. This should give us also about 500 pips. I'm not sure, I'm going to calculate that later. So for a bearish scenario, I'm going to look for price coming down right, just right here. I'm not really sure this is going to happen, but this is a major support level, right? So in as much as we're looking for bullish entries, we also kind of consider, what if a bullish movement doesn't happen? What if a bearish movement happens instead? So that is why, if we are looking for a bullish scenario, we also look out for a bearish scenario. So what if this happens, and what if this does not happen? Okay, what if this happens and this does not happen? So we know that we are already prepared for the market for whatever it's going to do, right? So this is bearish and bullish scenario on EURUSD. You're seeing on my chart right now. So this is what we are looking for. And if the bearish scenario happens, I'm just going to get into the trade at this level, and stop loss going to be at just a little bit above the retest, right? So that is that for EURUSD. Nothing much. Everything still seems simple. Simple. You have to keep the chart clean as possible, so you don't get confused when you want to look out for trade entries. So you want to keep the chart clean. You want to keep it simple. So the next pair we are looking at is the USD card. Now, something interesting happened. We talk about USD card coming to this level. Price was at this level, and this trade did not activate, because I was looking out for price coming into this level. I was looking out for entry at this level, but this did not happen. I wanted to ride this all the way down here, but this did not activate. It did not activate because price didn't come into this level, rather it reversed at this level. So my sell limit was at this level, price coming into the support level, the resistance level rather. just as it happened here. So I was expecting this to happen right here again, but unfortunately this didn't happen, and I was not around to check my charts to know what happened. All I found out that when I came back to my chart to check what was going on, I noticed that the the sell limit didn't activate on my MT5, and I was wondering what happened. So when I checked into the chart, I saw that price didn't came into my level where I was expecting it to come into, right? So I missed this trade, and because I missed this trade and I knew price was still on a bearish movement, so what I did was that I waited, I drew out this trend line, waited, and I waited for a breakout. So after a breakout, this was what happened. I waited, and after a breakout happened, waited a little, saw this consolidation, then I saw these three candles, right? So I went into a trade at this level. If you're on my Telegram channel, you will see I called out this trade. So I came in just at this level, my stop loss just below this level, and I'm still targeting this all-time low right here. So I'm still on this trade, 50 about 50 to 70 pips so far. I'm still on this trade, and I'm still waiting for the market to come to take profit. Hopefully that happen. If it doesn't happen, I mean the market. All right, so I think that is that for today's video. Let's look out for other thing. So let's say you are going to be looking for a bullish scenario right here. So if I pluck out my fib, this is my fib, pluck out my fib to this level. You're going to wait for price to come into this level. That is if you still want to catch into this trade on a bearish scenario. So on a bearish scenario, looking at the fib right now, I will advise you wait for the market to come back into the 50% region. Wait for market to come back into this level before you take any action. Yeah, wait for market to come into this level before you take any action, because market might just, this candle might not hold, it might just reject back to the downside. So wait for the market to get into this level before you go short. So if it gets into the level and you see a confirmation, so that is a safer way to get into the trade than to get into a sell just right now. So still hold and wait patiently for the market to get into it. And if you are already in this trade and holding, I would advise you adjust your SL to break even to at least secure 25% of your profit or 50% of your profit so far. So the market don't just reverse back to the upside and continue to the upward. So what we are looking out for is markets coming back to this level before falling back to the downside. So that is what we are looking for on USD card, and that is that for that. So for the next future, okay, let's look at one of the futures here. S&P 500, S&P 500. So S&P 500, this is what we were expecting last week. This did not also happen. This did not also happen. I mean, that's the market. We were expecting price to come back to this major support level before reversing back to the upside, but this did not happen. So that was why I didn't call out a trade on S&P 500. I think the same thing happened on US oil. Something happened on US oil. Let's look at this together. All right, all right, all right, all right. So this was a trade that we took on US oil. This was a trade we took on US oil. Price is going to come from this level. As I when we entered this trade, price was just around this level right here, and we took this to the downside. So I didn't catch this movement. I did get into this trade for a sell, and my, okay, let me show you. I got into this trade at this level, going back to the upside because I know price was just consolidating around here. So I didn't go all this high. I was just waiting at this level, and my stop loss was just around this level, and that was it. Easy peasy, right? So what is happening right here is price trying to make some decision. So I'm just going to draw this minor resistance level to the future and see what happens, right? So US oil is still on the US oil is still on a downtrend, and this is looking like a consolidation. If you can look, if you can see this very well, you see that price has just been moving around this level for like the longest, right? So we are still waiting for something to happen. Either price breaks down, just come right, breaks to the major support level, which is this level, or price goes back to the upside. But I do not have any observation to call out the trade on US oil at the moment. So uh, that is that for today's video. And if you really caught something that's going to prepare you for the week, I would like you to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon so you don't miss out whenever I bring you amazing content like this one. So, stay tuned, guys, and I'll catch you some other time. Bye for now.